course. Yes. Now he always has time for his fans.
Children all over the world grow up watching Disney movies on repeat, but it's no secret that Disney hides mature themes and discriminatory messages inside of their films. Although times have changed and Disney has adapted, dozens of countries have banned their movies for both justifiable and outrageous reasons. Find out why the live-action remake of Mulan is causing a stir in China, and watch until the very end to find out why the beloved movie Aladdin was boycotted for being racist. Were these nations being too sensitive, or was Disney truly in the wrong? Give us your verdict in the comment once you're done watching.
The law says you must be married to a prince.
Disney's live-action remake of Beauty and the Beast was a total hit, but a few countries did have issues with the character LeFou. The film was momentarily banned in Russia when it was said to clash with one of the country's laws. In Russia, there is a law that prohibits the spreading of gay propaganda among minors, so many officials believed that Beauty and the Beast would be too inclusive. The movie was set to be released in mid-March of 2017. However, it was momentarily banned when the culture minister received complaints. Officials held a screening before allowing the public to watch it, stating that it would be permanently banned if it was deemed illegal.
Stop it! Breathe! Think happy thoughts. Go back to the war.
After watching it, officials voted to unban the film, but they did add an adults-only rating to it. Meanwhile, in Malaysia, the mere mention of LeFou's character caused religious upheaval. The country refused to air the live-action remake until Disney cut certain scenes from the film. But according to Straits Times, Disney released a statement saying that the film had not been cut and would not be cut for Malaysia. Shortly after their announcement, Malaysia agreed to air the uncut version, but only in a handful of theaters.
How is it no girl has snatched you up yet?
I've been told I'm clingy, but I really don't get it.
The live-action remake of Mulan has been a highly anticipated movie ever since Disney announced its making. However, some major factors have come into play, and they have been detrimental to the film's success in China. Mulan hasn't been banned in China, but a large sum of its citizens have chosen to boycott the movie. News of the live-action remake and its Asian cast was refreshing at first, seeing as there was an outcry for Asian representation in Hollywood.
That's how it feels to be a minority, and that's why representation is so powerful.
However, a comment made about Hong Kong police by Yifei Lui angered millions of Chinese citizens, resulting in a huge boycott. Despite China's initial excitement, things went south when Lui reshared a post from the People's Daily newspaper that read, "I support the Hong Kong police. You can all attack me now." Chinese protesters were outraged by her repost, calling Lui anti-Hong Kong. Although millions are choosing to boycott the Disney film, China has had to close thousands of their movie theaters amidst the coronavirus threat, which will impact Disney's initial release in China.
Your job is to bring honor to the family.
In 2018, the Oscar-nominated movie Christopher Robin premiered in theaters all around the world, except for in China, where the Winnie the Pooh character had become a symbol of the resistance. Now, you're probably wondering how a famous little teddy bear became the subject of controversy in the world's most populated country. And well, the short answer is that the Chinese leader, Xi Jinping, had been censoring Winnie the Pooh images months before the film was even announced.
No. You can't be here.
Authorities banned the use of Winnie the Pooh on social media to stop people from linking Xi Jinping to the lovable bear. According to Hollywood Reporter, the Chinese leader was being ridiculed online for resembling Pooh, and he was more than a little sensitive about it. On top of that, Winnie had become the face of anti-communism. When the subject of the Chinese ban on Disney's Christopher Robin became global news, Jinping also censored comedian John Oliver for joking about the ordeal on his show.
But the fact he's annoyed about it means people will never stop bringing it up.
Avengers Endgame was produced by Marvel Studios and distributed by Walt Disney Studios Motion Pictures in 2019. It was one of the biggest movies of the year and received some great reviews. However, the film's release date was delayed in Russia, and the movie received a temporary ban until certain matters were worked out. The reason for this being that one of the Russo brothers plays a gay character in the film. He attends a support group with Steve Rogers and briefly talks about going on a date with a man.
What did you talk about?
Same old crap, you know, things have changed.
Disney soon revealed that the movie would not be screened in Russia with English subtitles. This way, Disney would not have to alter their film. So, the version was banned in Russia. A Russian dub was created to allow the movie to circulate. However, this revised version would be altered to fit Russia's strict rule on gay propaganda. Instead of using the word date, the Russia voiceover artists used the word time, which made the statement less LGBTQ friendly. However, Disney is unwilling to change their English subtitles for the Russian law, which is why the English subtitles are still banned today.
I went on a date the other day. It's the first time in 5 years.
Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean franchise has been wildly successful all around the world, but some of its installments were deemed too sinister for the public, which was the case for the 2006 sequel, Dead Man's Chest. According to Independent, an official from China's Film Bureau reviewed the movie and came to the conclusion that Dead Man's Chest was much too graphic since its plot revolved around cannibalism. The movie was deemed as horrible and unsuitable for audiences, since cannibalism was a pivotal part of the plot.
The feast is about to begin. Jack's life will end.
These scenes could not be cut without compromising the storyline of the film, and so the movie was banned in China. Independent also reported that Chinese authorities were unhappy with the way the spirits of the film were represented. Generally, movies that feature too much gore, ghosts, or explicit content are banned in China. Still, some movies make the cut, so it's impossible to predict how Chinese censors will react to any given film.
What would any of you be willing to do?
Disney's The Little Mermaid has not officially been banned in any particular country. However, a few stores throughout North America banned the sale of the movie due to its explicit videotape cover. The initial version of the VHS cover had phallic shapes embedded into the background, which consumers quickly spotted and complained about. While many parents did not spot these controversial images, those who did were absolutely insulted by the subliminal images. The artist of the cover stated that the phallic shapes had not been intentional in many interviews.
Nothing happened.
Oh, Ariel.
Still, customers urged stores to pull the Disney classic from their shelves, and many of them obliged. Nevertheless, Disney refused to alter the cover amidst the scandal, but to prevent further outrage, Disney did alter the cover on the copies sold outside of North America. The VHS cover was eventually recalled, and now, decades later, the original covers are being sold for hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Human stuff, huh? Hey, let me see.
In 2018, China banned a handful of American movies for various reasons, and two of those were highly anticipated Disney films. A Wrinkle in Time was the first to be banned by Chinese officials, followed by Christopher Robin. So why was A Wrinkle in Time denied release in China? Well, China has an annual foreign film quota, which limits the amount of non-Chinese movies the country can welcome into their movie theaters. However, this wasn't the sole reason why A Wrinkle in Time wasn't given the green light.
Well, Dad always told me to stand up for what I believe in.
Turns out, the novel the movie is based on has also encountered its fair share of problems. The Wrinkle in Time book has been widely controversial ever since it was published in 1962. It was one of the most commonly banned books in the world. Religious groups were not fond of the novel's scientific and religious undertones. However, the fact that the movie is a bit too complicated for children also played a hand in the verdict. These themes clashed with Chinese morals, resulting in the movie being banned.
Charles Wallace, I'm not sure about Meg.
Give her a chance.
Okay.
Disney's Moana hit the big screen in 2016 and quickly became a fan favorite. Everything from its animation to its storyline and soundtrack was amazing, and the one and only Dwayne Johnson voiced the mighty Maui, making it that much better. But Moana wasn't free of controversy despite its heartwarming messages. Although the film was not banned in Italy, Disney was forced to change Moana's name, as well as the name of the movie. Italy requested a name change, which was a pretty big ask. However, Disney wanted Italy to showcase their new film, so they agreed.
You did everything for them, so they'd love you.
They changed the movie's title from Moana to Oceana, and the reason behind the request is quite surprising. Turns out an actor named Moana Pazzi, who was famous for shooting adult films, had passed away in 1994, and the name Moana still reminded the population of the late celebrity. Italian officials didn't want parents to get the movie confused with the late celebrity, which is why they firmly requested the name change.
I am Moana of Motunu.
For James Cameron, the making of Avatar has been a lifelong passion project. Disney acquired the rights to the franchise and is taking a huge risk in continuing his vision. This is especially true since China banned the first Avatar movie in 2010. In early 2010, the Chinese government ordered its movie theaters to stop screening the biggest movie of the year.
Tell me you're joking.
This is cool.
Despite the film racking in over $73 million in just 2 weeks. The movie was such a hit that Chinese officials began to view it as a threat. According to Hong Kong's Daily Apple, the Chinese government feared that the movie would inspire citizens to revolt like the Na'vi population did in the film. As a result, Avatar was banned in over 1,600 Chinese movie theaters.
And no one can stop him. But we will send them a message.
In 1992, Disney released the animated film Aladdin, but despite its global success, many religious groups were triggered by the movie's content, which led them to boycott the film. First of all, the film wasn't voiced by Arabic actors, which offended the Arabic population, as well as many American Arabs. So, by the time Disney chose to make a live-action remake of the film in 2019, the company swore that it would be more inclusive while getting rid of any racist annotations.
No one steals from my cart.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
In the movie's opening song, Arabian Nights, there was a racist lyric that referred to the Arab culture as barbaric. This stopped many teachers in the Middle East from allowing the movie to be watched by children. This biased lyric was finally altered in the live-action remake, but even then, the Arabic community still felt like Disney wrongfully portrayed their religion and culture.
It's time you start doing what you should have done all along. Stay silent.
And that's a wrap on why these 10 Disney movies were banned in other countries. Before you go, tell us if you think these countries were overreacting or whether or not Disney was truly in the wrong. Sound off in the comments.
Allah forbid you should have any daughters.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. We'll see you next time on The Things.